So, this is a quick follow-up to my Chrysler Pacifica issues. I sent it in, and they did a diagnostic, and it printed out 19 pages of error codes and all sorts of data. So they sent this data off to Fiat Chrysler, and their engineers went through my vehicle diagnostic for, I think, like a month before they figured out which one of these is serious and where to even start on figuring out the problems. But it was good that there was 19 pages of error codes, right? So then that led to this one, which you could see it says customer states he went to start the vehicle from the key fob and there was no response, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's the whole description. And then this is where the technician actually started a case with Fiat Chrysler customer service. So I actually had a case number with Fiat Chrysler, and from that point on I had a lady from corporate that would call me with pretty much updates every 2 to 3 weeks as they were pretty much diagnosing this mess. But eventually it led to this repair, which was a planned repair because I think they were zoning in on where the problem was. And it said at times the vehicle lost power, vehicle had codes, that code had BPM lost, communication on board charging module and you something blah blah blah, dedicated powertrain can bus off. Don't know what any of that means. It says checked voltage on C6 connector, CAN C plus and CAN C minus negative were not above 2.5 volts, which they said it needed. And then it went and they checked the power supply at A893. Sometimes the voltage varied. That's where we're zeroing in on the problem. And they checked the voltage at power distribution. Power varied at times at the post. When you check the battery, no AO circuit found. That the D8118A connection was loose sometimes, and the 12-volt system was down. Tighten the connection and tested for constant 12-volt plus at all times, and it was constant. Erased DTC and no codes came back. And then, of course, this is my 10,000 miles. I hit my very first oil change, so we had them do an oil change and rotate the tires and all that fun stuff. I wish I would have thrown that in for free after all this crap. But that aside, a loose connection. So something about a loose connection at some A893, I guess. Yeah, I still don't understand what it is other than it was a loose connection. Since this instance, I haven't had any instances with the car not starting, but I have had an instance with the radio asking for a security code, and then the radio has rebooted 2 or 3 times, which I think is a completely separate issue that I'm pushing. The Fiat Chrysler customer service lady has assured me that there's an update coming out for the radios, a firmware update, which will fix the radios, what they're saying, quote. So we're waiting for that to fix the radio. But the car starts and runs, which is significantly better than not starting and running. So I hope that answers everybody's question.